We want to welcome you to the Troy City Council meeting of 2019. Will you please stand for our invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please join me for our invocation. Father, we ask for guidance and wisdom as we consider these matters before us. Amen. Amen.
Please join with me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a quorum present, and I now declare the meeting open for the transaction of business. We will now present Resolution 2019-41 for consideration.
We present to you Resolution Number 2019-41, creating a planned commercial entertainment center. Whereas the Mayor and Council for a day recognize the future mixed-use development is a key factor in the future growth of our city.
The Mayor and Council for a day has determined that a planned commercial entertainment center development will provide an even more better quality of life for our citizens by providing additional shopping, dining, and family-oriented entertainment opportunities for residents and visitors, will increase employment opportunities for local residents, and will more efficiently utilize property recently created by the City of Troy's Inter-Road Connector Project. And
whereas the recent Inter-Road Connector Project created over 350 acres of newly developed land, which would make the perfect location for a new shopping center, which would contain not only retail stores, but new restaurants and family-oriented entertainment venues, such as a bowling alley and an arcade or a trampoline park as well. And
whereas the City of Troy has many factors that will make it an appealing site for future development groups. Troy offers excellent incentive packages for future economic development. We have an excellent workforce. Since we own and operate our own utility department, we are able to offer some of the lowest utility costs in the state. And
Whereas building the shopping center on this newly developed land would make it convenient for locals and would also be easily accessible for visitors passing through Troy on U.S. Highway 231. The amount of people who come to Troy from areas, towns, and communities to shop and eat would also increase with more options, which would generate more revenue for the City of Troy. And
whereas the City of Troy already has an outstanding workforce, which makes it a great place for new businesses, but the City of Troy will also work to establish a non-training center to help train citizens with the skills needed to help them gain employment in these new areas of businesses. And
Whereas the Mayor and City of Council for a day would like to encourage the City Council to consider for creating a new shopping center that would bring new retail shops, restaurants, and family-friendly entertainment venues to Troy, Alabama. And
now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and City Council for a day that we offer these recommendations for consideration by the Mayor and Troy City Council to help make that new development possible.
Number 1, recruit a retail and entertainment development group to help us decide what size development and which brands best fit our community.
number 2, create a competitive incentive package to recruit these businesses to Troy.
number 3, create a job training center and help improve upon the already strong workforce we have here in Troy to fill the demands of these additional jobs.
thank you, council members. Council, you have before you Resolution 2019-41. What say you?
I make the motion to approve Resolution Number 2019-41.
Thank you, Councilmember Riffraw. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Thank you, Councilmember Franklin. Are there any questions regarding Resolution 2019-41? Since there are no questions, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, likewise. Resolution 2019-41 carries.
At this time, we would like to share our favorite part of this experience. My favorite part of this experience was dining at B. Graves because I got to have a conversation with Mayor Reeves and many other of the council men and women.
My favorite part of this experience was walking around Troy and learning about the history of this town.
My favorite part was the council because they're here. These people came right out here to support me.
My favorite part of the experience is to sit down with the council members and talk about what we're giving components.
My favorite part was going to birds because I like hearing the history of where birds came from.
My favorite part of this experience is going to downtown City Troy and having a walking tour and learning about the history of our city and where we came from.
Wow, we can all go home, right? If the council would come in, this is and stand behind your our colleagues. This is, as I've said many times, this is our certainly my favorite meeting of the year. I love spending time with these young people. I told them early this morning that, there were probably, cave people sitting around complaining about the younger generation. It always seems like, people, but what this always does for me is encourages me about our younger generation and how, what great young people they are. Had so much fun interacting with them today. I told them this morning I thought I would learn more from them than they would from me, and absolutely that's what happened. And so it was just a lot of fun. And I tell you, parents, grandparents, family members, teachers, church groups, the support system for these children, you should take a lot of pride in them. They did a fine job. I really enjoyed reading the essays and seeing, everything that they did, and also just spending the day with them today. So y'all did a wonderful job. I want to thank a lot of people who make this happen. I want to thank the council for allowing us to do this program. Rochelle and Leanne in my office work hard on this. Sheila and all of her staff, all of the people throughout the city. Folks at the University of Johns and Sealand, his group, Trey Ernest did the downtown tour. I'm probably leaving somebody out, but there are a lot of people that make this happen, and we just it's a real thrill for us to get to participate in it. It's a much it's a lot better than just a normal run-of-the-mill council meeting. So y'all did a wonderful job. Now we have. I'm going to hand out your plaques, and we got a few things for you, and then we're going to we'll take some pictures as we do that, and then we'll take a picture as a whole group, and then we'll get on with the regular meeting. So. When I call your name, if you'll come up. Jacob Meadows. I learned from Jacob today that there's a Swedish word that's the longest word on the planet, and it's 56 characters long. He's a sharp guy. Let's go over here and Miss Rochelle. Abigail Taylor. And Abigail, all the years we've been doing this, nobody's thought to say the favorite part of the day was this. And this is awesome, isn't it? So I was so impressed with that. Michael Thomas Vaughn. This man's going places. Y'all watch him. Addie Renfro. I have been blessed now to have 3 Renfros participate in this program, and Addie did a wonderful job. Ashlyn Franklin. Ashlyn's essay was, she brought up some things that that really made me think. And as I told her this morning, sitting right over there, I'm going to work on some of the stuff she told me to work on. I tell you, I have really enjoyed getting to be around Katie Mack today. She is, she's a unique young lady. She's got such a spirit. I mean, if you hang around with her, it just comes out. And so she probably do this job better than me right now, but she certainly is going to be able to when as she gets older. But Katie Mack, come on up. And for being mayor, Katie also gets a gift. So this is Katie Mack Manning, mayor for a day. We'll do it at the end. So if y'all will swap places, we'll let the council come in, or just allow them to get to their microphones, whatever works.
And Mayor, I know that you gave your plaque to our clerk for the day earlier because
Yes.
she had a softball game.
Yes, and I need to mention that. Yes, Kate Nelson was our clerk for the day, and she had a softball game, so she couldn't be at the meeting tonight. But we enjoyed Kate a lot, and she did a great job today.
All right, I kind of agree with the mayor. They've done a wonderful job, and we can all go home a little earlier if y'all want to. Their resolution is quite timely, so thank you. One of my colleagues did make a comment that our friend here did a better job than I did, which I totally agree with, but I also reminded her that they did a motion in a second a lot quicker sometimes than some of my colleagues did. So they were prepared. So thank you. But I will say this before we get started. We'll have plenty of opportunities again, but echo the mayor's comments. These young people are wonderful young people, and your parents, your grandparents, and your family should all be very proud of you for what you've done and for being here. So thank you. Council, you do have the minutes of the previous meeting before you. If there are no additions or corrections to those, a motion to approve is in order.
So moved.
By Mr. Meeks, seconded by Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none.
I'm not even gonna let you finish tonight.
Do what?
You said that. I'm not even gonna let you finish asking
good.
tonight.
I like it. I like the speed of that. That was good. Thank you. The minutes are approved. Thank you very much. First item of business on our agenda. After clerk, you please note that all of our members are present. And we didn't have any committee reports as well. But the first item is Resolution 2019-29, which is a retirement incentive package. This will count as our second reading for this particular resolution. And Mayor, do you want to provide any brief comments regarding this?
Yes,
second reading.
Right. As we've discussed this for some time now, this will allow us to, if passed, will allow us to move forward and continue discussions with these employees and then work toward agreements. All of these agreements would have to do several things. One, they'd have to be approved by the Ethics Commission and the RSA. They would also have to make financial sense for the city and the employee. So I know we have some employees that are interested, and then as we move through this, as we've talked about before, we needed to do the unclassified first, and so then we'll look at, once we get through them, we'll look at the classified. So unless there are any specific questions, I think we've been through it several times, and I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Questions or comments for the mayor? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution? By Mr. Jones, seconded by?
Second.
Ms. Baker. All those in favor of the resolution say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is approved. Thank you. Next item is Resolution 2019-35, authorizing the use and grant of public funds for the finance and operations improvement of Troy Regional Medical Center. This is really a housekeeping item as it's time to renew this. Mayor, do you want to give us another brief description?
Yes, this is a renewal of the operating line of credit for the Troy Hospital, which is the Troy Hospital Healthcare Authority. It's with Troy Bank and Trust. It's just housekeeping. They use this. It's a $5 million max, but it's only used if they go above $3 million. Then they come back. As y'all recall, I think they've only done that one time, but they pay it on time. It's working well. They're doing well, and I would recommend that we approve it. To extend it.
And the extension on this is through 2021, is that
Yes, sir. I believe it's 2 years.
Okay. All right. Any comments, questions from the council regarding this resolution?
So moved.
If not, we have a motion on the floor by Ms. Moultrie, seconded by Mr. Meeks. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is approved. Thank you, council. And I'm sure our hospital board and administrator appreciates it as well. The next item is Resolution 2019-36, authorizing the use and grant of public funds for Kenneth W. Cox Jr. and Cox Container. Mayor, will you provide us a brief summary of this as well?
Yes, as we worked on the tax abatements earlier this year on this expansion, they'll be building a new building out there. They've also bought equipment from other places, and we'll be buying new equipment and do an expansion that will increase the number of employees as well as increase their utility usage. So this is it's about $1 million capital investment, of which we would refund after it was spent 10%, not to exceed $100,000. And these are, this is 772 like we've done many times in the past, and this is, for a local company.
And this comes with your approval?
It certainly does.
All right. You have the resolution before you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Mr. Jones, seconded by?
Second.
Mr. Meeks. Thought we were fixing to have to talk about that again. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is approved. Thank you. Next item, Resolution 2019-37, engineering agreement with CDG Engineering. Is TJ still here, or did he have to leave?
Or I can handle it if it, you know.
That's fine. Either
I think
He's here.
TJ's here, but as you know, we're in the process of doing the IA road, you know, for Kimber from between, it'll run from where Kimber and Baker Metal are down to the traffic light at Lowe's. This will be sort of a phase 2. It will not be an IA. It won't be there won't be IA funds available for this, but we're working with the state through access management and some other things to try to get funding to connect the road to Trojan Parkway, which is part of the Enzer Road connector project. So by doing this, it would alleviate a lot of help with access, help with traffic, those types of things. Also, we would love to be able to try to take advantage of getting it designed and trying to, instead of having to reemploy the contractor and those types of things, try to take advantage of some cost savings there. So we'll begin to, if approved by the council, we'll begin to work on that.
The engineering fees in this, is this different from our existing agreement we have with CDG?
No, but because we're going after, instead of just handling it through the master services agreement, because we're going to be using state funding on this, I felt like it would be good to go ahead and bring it to the council, so we could go ahead and show that, you know, that we're serious about moving forward.
Good, thank you. Any other questions or comments for the mayor or for TJ on this project? Mayor, I know this comes with your approval.
It certainly does.
Thank you. You have the resolution before you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Ms. Baker, seconded by? Second. Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is approved. Thank you. All right, next item, Resolution 2019-38, Declaration of Surplus Property. Chief Barr, if you'll come forward and tell us what you're surplusing.
We've got about 34 AR-15 magazines. It's the older magazines. They're made out of metal. We've started to see some malfunctions with these magazines in training. They've been replaced. We just need to get these declared surplus so that we can trade them in.
All right. Questions, comments for the chief? Mayor, any comments regarding this?
No.
Comes with your approval?
It does.
All right. You have the resolution before you. Is there a motion to approve by Ms. Moultrie, seconded by Ms. Baker? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, resolution is approved. Thank you, Chief. All right. Resolution 2019-39, Alabama Department of Environmental Management ADM grant application. Von Daniels. Welcome.
Welcome. Requesting approval to apply for Alabama Department of Environmental Management Recycling Fund Grant to fund a baler for our recycling program. This new baler will replace the existing baler that's over 16 years old and in need of repair. The cost of that baler is $78,790, and there's no matching funds from the city. Okay.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Daniels regarding, I think everybody likes the fact that he gets grants that doesn't need matching funds. Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. Council, you have the resolution before you. Mayor, I know this comes with your approval.
It does.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions?
Aye.
Ms. Baker abstains. The motion carries. Thank you, council.
Thank you all.
And you put in your folder that Wanda made the motion and Robert seconded it.
Not because I don't support recycling. I support recycling so much
But he didn't do no reasoning, he was just putting out names.
for the pleasure of the audience here. I didn't want to think that.
I'm leaving mine as they were. Resolution 2019-40 is the next item, implementation of departmental charges. Mayor, will you give us an explanation of the resolution, please?
And I'm just going to read this. I normally don't do this, but this will be the easiest way to do it. Just the first paragraph will basically, whereas the City of Troy recognizes the need to reduce transfers from the city's combined utility funds to the general fund, and the City Council finds it in the best interest of the city to impose and implement interdepartmental charges in lieu of any and all. So the interdepartmental charges instead of transfers. This is just sort of a name change. Interdepartmental charges in lieu of any and all franchise fees, business privileges, or licensing taxes, ad valorem taxes, and utility taxes that could be imposed upon the utility funds by all taxing authorities if the utility funds were organized as a taxable entity or entity separate from the city. So when we deal with S&P and other people, a lot of places have separate utility boards. We don't have that. We run this city as one city and have been very successful doing that. But this will basically, this is something that will just clean up some language and we'll be able to reduce transfers by calling them interdepartmental charges. So.
And just to be clear, these transfer fees or nothing, or not anything that is being given to the public.
No, this is all internal accounting.
Thank you. Want to make that clear. All right, council, questions, comments for the mayor? If not, the resolution is before you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Mr. Meeks, seconded by
Second.
Ms. Baker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is approved. Thank you. All right, next is Ordinance 398, which we did have a first reading for at the previous meeting. And this is to clean up some things from our last one. Mayor, you mind giving us some comments?
Yes, this is as y'all know, we did a big utility ordinance review a while back to clean up some different things where we implemented the water and sewer changes over 3 years, but also to clean up a lot of language and different things like that. This just catches a few things that we missed when that document was incredibly large, and so inevitably you miss a couple things, and that's what happened in this case. So this is all just nothing new, just clearing up some things that need to be laid out.
Does it need to be a roll call since it's an ordinance? Okay. All right. All right, council, any questions or comments for the mayor regarding this amendment to our ordinance? That is really administrative changes. If not, the ordinance is before you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Ms. Baker, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, ordinance 398 is approved. Thank you. Mayor, we do not have any appointments to make this evening, and therefore we welcome your report.
It's been a fairly long meeting, so I won't go into too much. I would just say again what a great day it's been. I know we had a long agenda, and council, thank you. You did a lot of good things there, and I'm very appreciative of it. To our mayor and council for a day, it's been a real pleasure to get to know y'all. And I hope you'll call on us if you need us, and if you have an idea that you'll let us know. And I hope you have a newfound appreciation for the community that you live in and are such an important part of. And again, to all the families and support groups, what a great job. We're really pleased, and it does. It fills you full of hope to spend some time with these kids. So thank y'all, or young people. They're not kids anymore. So thank y'all so much. Unless somebody's got questions, that's all I have.
Any questions for the mayor? If not, Councilmember Jones, welcome your comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to say today's been a fantastic day, and I've enjoyed hanging out with our young people. I say all because all our young people belong to all of us, and it's our job to try to take care of them and see them up the right way. And Sir Jacobs, I appreciate you sitting in my spot for today and standing in for me. You did a good job.
All right, thank you, Mr. Meeks.
Yes, first of all, I'd like to remind these citizens of District 2, you've got about 2 more days for our monthly cleanup. I'm sure Mr. Vaughn Daniels will be happy to come by and pick everything up in the last 2 days. Lastly, I'd like to congratulate all these young men and young women. They did an outstanding job, and the parents and grandparents, you've got something to be proud of. I didn't see all their videos, but I saw one, and I was just blown away. I mean, it was unreal what these young men and women can do. I actually asked the mayor if it was professionally done. The city did it because it was outstanding. Congratulations to all y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Baker.
I also would like to offer my appreciation for our council members of the day, our mayor and city clerk. We have a very bright future, and it's always really energizing to be able to spend time with our young people. And thank you for your ideas. I'm going to challenge my fellow council members that we take another look at that resolution that they just passed, because it sounded like some good ideas in there, and something that our community obviously is wanting and ready for. I will take and mention that Melissa Sanders, are you somewhere back there? Consolidated, we had a request. I know a lot of times when we have holidays, trash and recycling pickup can be very confusing. Which days we're going to take off, when are we going to pick up? So Melissa was so kind to be able to consolidate all of that for us. And I'm going to go ahead and say it's available on the website. If it's not now, I'm sure it will be tomorrow. And Keep Joy Beautiful Facebook page. So feel free to share that, print that out so that you guys don't have your bins at the curb and get disappointed when we don't pick them up because of the holiday schedule. Other than that, thank you very much.
Ms. Moultrie?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for parents and for your children, because they have a spirit that's real contagious. You know, they have that drive and thrive to want to make sure that this city can be better than what it is. So we thank God for you all and for them. And I thank you, Miss Franklin, for sitting in District 5. You know, I talked to Miss Franklin today, and she was enlightening me that she was a Chicagoan. And so I told her, but she said she thinks she can like Troy. Now that just made me feel wonderful. Even though she traveled back to go to the snow. But it's just a blessing to have all of them here and to be about our city. And I want to send our condolences from this council to the Dixon family and to the Runt family in their loss.
And Wanda, that reminded me, with everything going on, I didn't get a chance to go to the funeral today because this was going on of Sonny Williford. But I want to Williford and Griffin families and extended families. I grew up in the First Presbyterian Church in Troy, and half the church were Griffins and Willifords, and everybody, they had a big impact on me growing up. And Sonny was a great athlete, worked for the state and was a veteran, and just an all-around good guy. And just wanted to send condolences to his family as well. Thank you. Wonderful.
Well, I too, before I get into anything else, send condolences to the Williford family. Sonny Williford was a special person. I know Greg and I got to spend quite a bit of time with him in various places, but a true American patriot, no doubt, was Sonny Williford, and he will be missed in our community. So I'm going to, for the first part of my comments, turn it over to Mike.
Praise the Lord. Go ahead, man. Don't let me down now.
Yeah, don't let Miss Mo mess you up, man. Go right ahead.
Notice of special cleanup for Council District 3, City of Troy. The Environmental Service Department will conduct a special cleanup in Council District 3 during the month of March. During this time, residents of single-family dwellers within Council District 3 will be given the opportunity to dispose of furniture, appliances, junk autos, etc., without being assisted the standard special pickup fees normally charged for oversized load. Residents who wish to take advantage of this service can put items out on the day of your regular garbage pickup or by contacting Environmental Services at 566-1133 to schedule a special pickup during the month of March. In order to effectively schedule personnel and equipment, we encourage residents, churches, and civil groups to plan neighborhood cleanups within District 3 during the month of March and August, which are designed to special cleanup months for District 3.
Good job.
Thank you, Mike. He did that a lot better than what I could have, I can promise you that. But I too want to commend and say ditto to everything my colleagues have said about these young people. They're a special group, and one of the best groups I think we've ever had in this Mayor 4-Day program. And I think they do have bright futures ahead of them, and I do think that our community is in good hands. And I'll speak for everyone here, Mayor, you as well. I hope we're all maybe still sitting here when the youngest Renfro makes their way through our program.
Look at her. She's taking notes right now.
Several of them.
So, but good. There's one other group I'd like to recognize. We usually let them introduce themselves, and I told them upstairs we would, but they did for us at 4. But we do have a group of journalism students from the university that are here. Most of them are standing back in the back. If y'all will wave, it's a wonderful program that these students come over and monitor our meetings and watch how we do things and take notes, and they sometimes corner us after meetings to ask us questions, and they're not necessarily learning to be reporters. They probably already are, but they're honing their skills, and we wish them well after they graduate from the university. And with that, a motion to adjourn is always in order. We are dismissed. Thank you.
Troy Cable Security Video Monitoring lets you see what's happening in and around your property, even when you're not there. Cameras in our portfolio